Hey, this is Jay from 350 Weekly, and it's been a minute since I did a video by myself, and it's 1 a.m. I have nothing better to do. Okay, let's do this. And actually, we actually got a request for this recently, and it was for a longer video on a Pokemon Go discussion we had with me, Son, and Mr. Noodle. And I was like, hey, Comic Con just happened. They announced Niantic announced a lot of cool new features coming up for Pokemon Go, and a lot of cool features that have been implemented. And so I wanted to talk about some of those. One of the big news of release were the team leaders for Mystic, Valor, and Instinct. And personally, I'm a Mystic because Articuno is awesome, and one of them's just a chicken, and one of them's just a microwave with wings. I'm not a fan of a microwave, and let's leave the chicken thing alone. But it's cool because they showed images for the leaders, and it's I thought they were pretty cool looking, but a lot of mean jokes have been made towards Instinct, which is well deserved because it's Instinct, and no one likes Team Instinct. Let's be honest here, they're weird. But you can look those up on Twitter. They're hilarious. Personally, I find them funny, and that's not the only big news that was released. There's also new features were hinted at, like trading, but everybody knew from the original trailer that trading was going to be a thing in the game. But they talked about local battles, and that looks awesome. When that is implemented, we'll have local battles, so you can fight your friends eventually, or fight other, team members, or maybe you'll fight other, a whole little Mystic versus Valor Guild Wars kind of thing, which would be pretty cool. Also, they talked about breeding. Breeding was also hinted at, which would be a great new feature. So you would have to go out and catch like a horrible level like 29 CP Pidgey. Instead, you could like breed your 598 Pidgey with like another 598 Pidgey and get like some super Pidgey. I don't know why I keep talking about Pidgeys. I don't care. It's weird, but whatever. And they also talked about when the legendary. They hinted at. There's a rumor right now that somebody asked them that when the legendaries would be released, and they said when someone hinted at that when the game is released worldwide, they'll actually release all the legendaries out, which is amazing. Like, so look out for that. I don't know if that's true or not. It's a rumor, but if all the legendaries are released when the game is officially worldwide, that's crazy. That's amazing, and I'd be super hyped for that. We just have to wait for a lot of other countries to get it. Because actually, I think recently Japan actually just recently got it, and so did Canada, which is weird, but whatever. I don't live in Canada. I don't care. Also, they talked about how only some of the Easter eggs have been found out in the game. One of the most popular Easter eggs is being the Eevee trick. And that's if you name your Eevee a certain way right before you evolve it, it can either turn to a Vaporeon, a Jolteon, or a Flareon. For the Jolteon, it's Sparky. For Vaporeon, it's Rainer. And for Flareon, it's Pyro. The way to do this is to get enough Eevee candies and change their name right before you evolve them. If you do that, you can manipulate the game to getting whatever Eevee you want. And they also, Niantic hinted at that there'd be more Easter eggs that we haven't found yet. And that's crazy cool, at least in my opinion. It's just one guy right now, so it's only my opinion. But I think that's cool because I have never been a fan of Flareon, oddly enough, and just I've always liked Jolteon, and I don't like. I want a Jolteon if I want a Jolteon. You can't get Thunderstone, so this is the next best thing. I think it's cool. I don't know, just a guy. Also, they're trying to fix the whole. Another thing they talked about at Comic Con was they're trying to fix the whole three-step bug, where if you're tracking a Pokemon and it for some reason is never going down, no matter how much you walk or which direction you walk in, it's probably because of the three-step bug, and they're trying to fix it. What Niantic said, or at least that's what other people, at least a lot of people are speculating. Yeah, what a lot of people are speculating is that what that you can do is download the Niantic's other app called Ingress, and if you use the Ingress app, you can like find a cluster of just whatever you do in Ingress. I've actually never played it, but apparently, if you find a cluster, they use the same GPS technology in Ingress and Pokemon Go. So if you follow the whatever you do in Ingress, I honestly don't know. But whatever you do in English, you follow that, and you can apparently find Pokemon in that same location. Like you can find that if you find like a cluster of whatever you're hunting for in English, that could also be Pokemon. So apparently, some persons found like a nest of Dratinis in LA from following that. So that's pretty big. I mean, I would love a Dratini, but I haven't found any of them, which kind of is really disappointing. Not gonna lie, It hurts a little bit. Like, I want a Dragon Knight, but like my strongest is a Pinsir, and it sucks. And I hate Pinsir because it doesn't evolve. It's like awful. But enough about that. But like, another thing that also was in the video that we wanted more was the DLC talk. And since it's just me, I'm gonna just voice my opinions, and I don't care at the moment because it's 1 a.m. and I, for some reason, can't go to sleep. Anyway, but the DLC thing, I think DLC is a necessary evil. While a lot of people don't like it because they bought the game, why should they have to pay for extra stuff? Like, just give it to them free, which I understand. A lot of people aren't fans of that. I used to not be a fan of it, but thinking of it from a business standpoint, it's like if you have a bug and people are going to complain if you don't patch the bug, but when you patch it, it takes time out of their gameplay and they get nothing from it, and a lot of people get mad at that. But if it comes with DLC, they patch the bug, you get some more content, you get other cool stuff. Some of it may be free, some of it may not. It's still a business at the end of the day. Like I said in the last video, it's still a business. And I don't speak for the entire gaming community, obviously, but I'm speaking for myself. I think it's a necessary evil at the end of the day. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I can see both sides, because personally, I hate paying for DLC because I think it's dumb. But at the same time, I think it's a necessary evil. Kind of being hypocritical. I don't really care. I'm dying from lack of sleep, but whatever. There was something else I wanted to talk about because we're gonna talk about Comic-Con more as a group later. So I'm trying to avoid a lot of touchy stuff, but I'm trying to make a moderately long video, and I don't want to just ramble. Oh, another cool thing they announced at Comic-Con was the Killing Joke, and we'll probably get into bigger talk about this eventually, with the rest of the game. But for right now, a lot of people don't like it, and I think it was because they added an extra little arc to it, where it's not just the original story of the Killing Joke. It's more like they fleshed out Barbara Gordon so you could feel for her. And I don't think that was a bad idea, but a lot of people did like it. Like, apparently she had sex with Batman. I haven't seen the movie. I'm just going off what I heard in reviews and talks about it. But apparently she's had sex with Batman. They kind of made her into a basic woman. And I don't know. I'm going to watch the movie, but I'm not as hyped for it as I was when it was announced. Like I said, it's like DC's movies have a great track record for me. Honestly, I feel like they should just stop trying to do a live action thing and just pull a Disney and just do completely really high def CGI animated movies, because those movies are great. Justice League versus Teen Titans, Justice League War, Justice League Darkseid. It is great. They're all great movies, and I feel like they should embrace that side more instead of just kind of pushing them into this closet of DC. Because DC animation has always been great. Teen Titans, let's ignore Teen Titans Go. But Young Justice, Batman, the animated series, Batman Beyond, all of it's been great. And I feel like DC just doesn't give them enough credit. Green Lantern, the animated series, was really good. But I got like 2 seasons, and it left on like kind of a weird, vague cliffhanger, and that bugs me to this day. Like, Young Justice is ending. They show Darkseid and Vandal Savage talking, and no one talks about that ever again. I don't know. I don't work for DC. I don't speak for DC. I just think they don't give their animation studios enough credit, because they canceled Young Justice because of lack of toy sales, which is so dumb. So dumb. It's like when Nickelodeon passed up on Adventure Time, which I know they regret, because Adventure Time is a giant IP now. And it's just, I don't know. I'm just a guy with an opinion who doesn't like when people sleep on really great things. And DC is sleeping hard. Like, they just been knocked out. It's ridiculous. But I think that'll be it for me for this video. The guys and us will probably update more on San Diego Comic-Con later this week or maybe next week, because they're still announcing some things. Like, we'll probably do a video about what DC's released, what Marvel's talked about, because it's in pretty freaking good. And we'll probably talk about the other cool movie releases that have been, like the King Kong one, the King Arthur one, that looked really great. But yeah, I think that'll be it for this video. Like, subscribe, comment. Have any more questions, leave it in the comments. And if you want me to do more just myself kind of talking about how I feel about certain things. Comment on that too. I'd love to do this. It'd be cool. Or we could just leave the group discussion. We're open right now. We're a growing channel. Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks.